Tell me, friends, how often do you wake up feeling a bit stiff? Maybe your knees protest when you stand up, or your hands feel puffy in the mornings. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After 60, our bodies start whispering, sometimes shouting, that they need extra care. But here's the good news. Nature gave us delicious foods that can calm those fiery aches. No pills required. Today, we're talking about 5 anti-inflammatory powerhouses you should eat every week. And trust me, these aren't strange superfoods. They're pantry staples you might already love. Let's start with a kitchen hero you probably own right now, turmeric. This golden spice isn't just for curry. It contains curcumin, a compound so powerful that studies compare its anti-inflammatory effects to some medications. But here's the catch. Your body absorbs it best when paired with black pepper and a little healthy fat. So tomorrow morning, try this. Stir a teaspoon of turmeric into your scrambled eggs with a pinch of pepper, or warm up with golden milk. Just heat almond milk with turmeric, a dash of cinnamon, and a tiny bit of honey. Your joints will thank you by lunchtime. Now, our second inflammation fighter might surprise you. It's humble spinach. But not just any spinach. Always buy the darkest, leafiest bunches you can find. Those deep greens mean it's packed with something called lutein, which battles inflammation at the cellular level. And here's a pro tip for us seniors. Lightly saute it in olive oil instead of eating it raw. Why? Cooking breaks down the oxalates that can bother sensitive kidneys, and the olive oil helps your body absorb all those fat-soluble nutrients. Try wilting a handful into your omelets or mixing it into lentil soup. It practically disappears. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I've eaten these foods before and didn't feel different. Here's the secret: consistency. Inflammation didn't build up overnight, and neither will the fixes. Aim for turmeric 3 to 4 times a week and leafy greens at least twice. Within a month, you might notice your morning stiffness eases up, or that nagging shoulder pain quiets down. Small steps, big rewards. Coming up next, we'll talk about a fatty fish that's like WD-40 for your joints, plus a crunchy snack that fights inflammation while satisfying your salty cravings. But for now, tell me in the comments, do you already cook with turmeric? How do you like to use it? Your ideas might inspire someone else. You know, there's an old saying, food should be your medicine. And when it comes to these next 2 inflammation fighters, that couldn't be more true. Let's talk about a food that's like a soothing balm for your joints and your brain. Wild-caught salmon. Now, I can hear some of you saying, but fish is expensive. Here's the secret. You only need a palm-sized portion twice a week to get the benefits. Salmon is packed with omega-3s, those magical fatty acids that calm inflammation like a gentle rain putting out a fire. But here's what most people don't know. The way you cook it matters. Grilling or broiling at high heat can destroy those delicate fats. Instead, try slow baking at 275 degrees Fahrenheit with lemon and herbs, or gently poaching it in broth. The flesh should just barely flake. That's when you know you've kept all the good stuff intact. Now let's move to my favorite crunchy inflammation fighter, walnuts. These wrinkly little brain-shaped gems aren't just for baking. A handful a day, about 7 to 8 halves, gives you plant-based omega-3s plus melatonin, which helps regulate sleep, something many of us struggle with as we age. But here's the trick. Always soak them overnight. Why? It neutralizes natural compounds called phytates that can irritate sensitive digestion. Just cover them in water before bed, drain in the morning, and keep them in your fridge for quick snacks. Try them on oatmeal, salads, or even blended into smoothies for a creamy texture. Now, I want to pause and address something important. Some of you might be thinking, salmon and nuts are high in calories. Won't I gain weight? Here's the beautiful truth. These healthy fats actually help your body release stored fat. And because they keep you full longer, you're less likely to reach for sugary snacks that cause inflammation. It's nature's perfect balance. We've covered 4 powerful foods so far: golden turmeric, leafy greens, soothing salmon, and crunchy walnuts. In our final part, we'll reveal the 5th superstar food. Hint, it's probably in your fruit bowl right now. And share simple ways to combine all 5 into delicious meals. Until then, I'd love to hear, Have you noticed differences when eating omega-3 rich foods? Share your experiences below. And now, friends, we come to perhaps the most delicious inflammation fighter of all, berries. But not just any berries. Notice how these blueberries are nearly black, and the raspberries are so deep red, they're almost purple. That darkness is nature's way of shouting, "I'm packed with antioxidants." Here's why berries are so special for us after 60. They contain compounds called anthocyanins that actually help turn down inflammation in your cells. And frozen berries work just as well as fresh, sometimes even better because they're picked at peak ripeness. My favorite trick: keep a blend of frozen cherries, blueberries, and blackberries to microwave for 30 seconds into a quick compote. Drizzle it over oatmeal or mix into plain yogurt. The warmth releases even more of those healing compounds. Let's take a moment to see how beautifully these 5 foods work together. Imagine this. Breakfast could be turmeric-spiced oatmeal with walnuts and berries. Lunch, a big spinach salad with leftover salmon, simple, satisfying, and every bite fighting inflammation. Now, I won't tell you this will erase decades of wear and tear overnight, but I can promise this. Stick with these foods for just 1 month, not perfectly, but consistently, and you might notice your knees complain less going downstairs. Your morning stiffness might ease faster. Maybe you'll even find yourself thinking clearer, sleeping deeper. The most important step: just start with one. Pick the food that's easiest for you, whether that's adding berries to your cereal or sprinkling turmeric on roasted veggies. Small changes stick better than drastic overhauls. And when you're ready, add another. Before we go, I'd love to hear which of these 5 speaks to you most. Drop a comment below. Maybe you'll inspire someone else. And if you found this helpful, do me a kindness. Hit that like button so YouTube shows this to more seniors who could benefit. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep the circle growing. Here's to your health, your comfort, and the joy of discovering that feeling better can taste this good. Now go enjoy those anti-inflammatory foods and that anti-inflammatory life you deserve.